Good morning, grade 8. Dear students, from today we are going to start the lesson second, and the heading is Krishna stops a train. Actually, when you will learn about the lesson, then you will understand about this story is over the base of Krishna. Krishna is the main character of this of this story, and you will understand what is the act of Krishna. What was the condition he stops the train? And here it would be far better if there would be the instead of a. This could be the grammatical error, but you don't have to find this all over the book. Now we are proceeding over. Krishna was born into a family of 5 consisting of parents and their 3 siblings. What is happening? Krishna was his family was consisted of 5 members. 2 are his parents and he was 3 siblings. Parents, that is mother and father, and sibling, brothers and sister. What is happening? Early in life, he learned about the hardship of his life and started helping his father in his work. What happens next? In his early time, that is his starting time, when he was child, he started doing hard work. Hardship is all about doing hard work. A child should not work. A child should go to school. A child should go to play. A child should enjoy. But in compulsion, he is doing the hardship. It was only because what his family needs. The family is not sufficient. The members are not sufficient to run the family beautifully. In such case, Krishna also gave his contribution. Going ahead, the scarcity of food and clothes was a part and parcel here of Adam, part and parcel. That means involved. Includes, entail. If the family is like this, then definitely there will be scarcity. That means paucity, lack of what? Food, clothes, all sorts of enjoyment. Yes, definitely. So it is telling that the family scarcity of food and clothes was a part and parcel. There was a scarcity of, that means lack of food and clothes. They were not wearing rich quality of clothes, not eating rich quality of food, because they were from the very poor background. They have not good resources, enough money to run their family beautifully, smoothly. He was not a son of the sordid poverty in which he had been brought up. Brought up is all about look after, maintenance. Krishna, person must be like him. Never sordid. Sordid is all about here. Never hated. That sordid is all about the mean. The telling about the ascent. Actually, he never felt ascent. He never felt guilty over the sordid. Sordid is all about mean or inferior. Because he got inferior nourishment and he didn't get rich nourishment. In spite of this, he was very happy. What he had, he was very happy. He was not questioning about more and more. He was completely happy. Therefore, he had no any complaint with his parents and himself too. If your heart will be like this, then definitely you will be happy what you have. Instead, he was extremely proud of his parents who worked day and night to feed the family. Instead of being angry, ashamed, he was proud of his parents. He was very happy. He was feeling fortunate he was feeling to be the member of that family member, because his father kept working, and what family needed, father was not able to completely fulfill, but he was working hard. He was doing everything from his side. They are seeing the curiosity, seeing the working of his father. He was very happy, and he was thinking that Krishna was fortunate enough to be the member of the family. Now, his only sorrow was his illiteracy. Illiteracy is all about quality or standard that doesn't allow you to read and write. Okay, that means you are not knowing how to read and write. That means that Krishna was not knowing about writing and reading. Therefore, actually, he was very sorrow. He was not feeling smooth, gentle. Only his sorrow was like this. If he could, then he would not be very sorry. So he could not read or write. It pained him to see other children in the neighborhood sitting around their homes, happily laughing at colorful storybooks and scribbling down the stories for their teachers. What is happening? He pained him to see. It pained him. What was paining him? What was making him nervous? What was making him sorrow? What that means, when he was seeing the children of that locality were using the rich clothes, going to home school and talking about school. And what more, they were talking about the school, talking about the educational material, and talking about laughing happily, and talking about storybook and making a story, writing a story. Scribbling means all about writing, but in savvy way. Here to write, but in savvy appearance, not in the qualityful appearance. Savvy writing. All the children were writing the stories to hand over the teacher to the and getting the feedback. So actually, he was feeling embarrassed that he was not doing such business. He was a child. He could be the company of such boys and girls, but he couldn't. He felt sad looking at the neatly dressed school-going children. He promised himself that he would educate himself and free his family from the claws of poverty. Claws of poverty is all about standing poverty in the home. He thought, I shall educate myself. That means I shall get the education. And after that, what the suffering my family is facing now, I shall finish such suffering in future. He takes such type of commitment in himself. In the hope of gaining some knowledge, he used to go to a nearby school and sit outside listening to the teachers. What happened? He made his determination to educate himself. In such case, he started going to school, but he was sitting outside the school. He was not getting allowance inside. He followed the classes in English and Maths, and especially enjoyed the storytelling session that always seemed to take place on Friday afternoon. What was happening? He was very fond of listening to story, and he was taking interest in the Maths and English classes. But actually, he was facing himself outside from the classes. He was not getting the complete education. And he was also liking the story. Therefore, the story was taking place on the Friday afternoon. Therefore, actually, he never wanted to vacate himself on such day. And he used to go, but actually he was not getting the clear knowledge because he was not getting allowance to board himself inside the class. If he will not be in the contact of teacher among his friends, then how he will delve, he will manipulate his skill, he will function his skill. In such case, he was facing problem. Now what happens next? He was often asked to leave the school grounds. However, this did not dampen his spirit. It made him bolder and more determined to educate himself. What the problem he was facing from his friend's side? He was never hurting himself. He was not getting hurt. You have need to understand what is happening. Once he was told to leave the ground. Now he was not going inside, and he is telling that you don't have need to board yourself over the school ground. He has been threatened. In spite of this is all about the standing over the people, dilemma over the people, but he never took such words over his heart, to his heart. Now, instead of such happening, he was feeling happy. That he was thinking, they people are thinking such rubbish about me. I am, therefore they are thinking, if I shall be have also such skill what they have, a person needs, then they will not create any sort of problem, they will not pass any comments over me. So what Eva was telling about him, he was not dampened. Here you have need to mean about dampen is all about a condition that weights you. That means that completely weights you, that make you much full. Here that the damping of spirit is all about the hurting the soul, hurting the feeling. His feeling was not hurting. That means he was not taking any words over his heart, to his heart. It made him bolder. Instead of that, he was becoming more active than before. He was becoming the bolder. That means he was thinking that if I shall maintain my gravity, if I shall acquire the knowledge, skill, then they all start giving me respect. I have vacant skill now, therefore they are not giving me respect. One day, while walking near a railway line surrounded by hills, he noticed a landslide about to occur. Occur is all about we fall. That means happen. Here we follow works for the negativity. That means if what will happen? Landslide. If landslide will take place, that means this is all about the falling. This is all about the catastrophe. First, you have need to understand about the landslide. What does the landslide mean? Falling of mass of rock just take the example of rock. Falling of mass of rock. This is all about the landsliding. Actually, he was noticed land, as in the mountain or anything, is just about to slide because of the rain or by any means. It was just about to slide. After that, what he came to know, although he had never been to school, he had never gone to school. No, he was not getting the ambience of school. If the person will not go to school, he will not get education. Then how the person can understand if the landslide will befall, what the negative impact will come over me? He was not understanding. One can't understand if the person will not have the complete knowledge. So what is happening? He had learned about how dangerous landslide were from his listening to the story told by his grandparents, but he was knowing the fact because as a story it was told about by his grandfather. He was knowing the impact, a bad impact of landslide. He ran as fast as he could along the railway line to save himself. Unfortunately, his foot got trapped, snared. That trapped means snares. You are knowing. In the railway track, and he fell. Railway track, that's the way of railway from which the rail runs. So what is happening? Actually, he was knowing because his father has told, and in such he was in the means of protecting his life. He started running from there, and he was running along with the railway track. And further, what is happening? His one of the foot is trapping with the trapping in the railway track. After that, he is falling, and after that, you can get the result. What will happen in the railway track? And the fell, injuring his knee. His knee is becoming injured. He started the limping. Limping is the man of the lambing. Limping is the man of the lambing. I have already mentioned. Or lemon you can also consider. He started limping, not walking straightly towards home with his painful bleeding knee. His knee became damaged. Now it started bleeding, and he was not walking properly and started limping. He thanked God for saving his life from the lancer and the hope. At the same time, that no train would come that way, as there were boulders on the railway track. He was going over the track because he was thinking, he was considering, there is no railway will not come over this track. Why? It is the boulder. There is the boulder. There are so many boulders over the track. If there is a boulder, the people are knowing that there is a boulder, the train can't pass. So he was completely confirmed that no train will come. Therefore, he was going happily, and he was very thankful, grateful of the God. He was very thankful to the God, obliged to the God. Why? Because his life was saved by falling off landsliding. He is still safe. Therefore, he wants to give his thanks to the God. Students, you have need to understand about the boulder. If you want to know what the boulder done, I am writing about. Where I have to write? Okay, I am erasing this word. That means a large smooth mass of stone or rock, anything. A large smooth mass of stone. That is all about the boulder. That was such boulders were over the track. Therefore, he was thinking that no train will travel through this. Okay, dear students. Now we have completed part first, and this portion will cover in second part. Thank you.